Good morning, everyone. A few friends and I are doing a 1 mile time trial on the track this morning, which is why I have the track spikes out. These are the Nike Dragonfly with the Piva foam and the plate, of course. They are pretty much the super shoes of track spikes, although Saucony has a couple of new Piva-based track spike models out now, but I've had these for a little over a year and I don't often get the opportunity to use them, and I don't need another pair of spikes. I'm also going to warm up in the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3. I have, as always, Injinji toe socks, the lightest pair I could find. I have my shortest pair of split shorts. I'll be wearing a Reckless running singlet also, as always. This is my running club's name, by the way, Davidson Area Running Team. And for warm-up, I'll be wearing this rain jacket because it's going to be raining for this, so fun. I'm going to take this guy out in the rain so we can make his needs met, but I'm going to have my coffee first. So it looks like we might get a break in the weather, hopefully. Don't know if it's going to help me out at all. So we just did a cool down. I ran a 5:17 high, not exactly where I wanted to be, but it's where I'm at. Robert did a 5:14?
I think so, yeah.
Somewhere in there, and Cooch got a 4:50?
Yeah.
Yeah. And David was looking for 6. He got like a 6:09. And Chad pulled up with a 7:18. Did look out with the weather though, so can't complain about that. So like I said, we lucked out on the weather because it just started raining again after we finished and got done with our cool down. That was appropriately painful, that 1 mile time trial. I guess it's about where I expected I should be. It was a couple seconds slower than where I figured I would finish. My goal was to set out and do 78-second laps, which would bring me around 5:14 for a full statute mile, like 5:12 at the 1600, 5:14, 5:15 for the mile, and I did a 5:17 high. I thought I was in control in the first lap, and then I came in at 75 seconds, which was a little bit hot. So I tried to pull it back a little bit on the second lap, and I did pull it back, but the damage had already been done. The check was in the mail. I came through the half mile. We had the cones marked out roughly where the Imperial half mile would be in about 2:36, which was on target. And I don't exactly remember my split for the 3/4 mile. At that point, I was catching up with Robert, so I was paying more attention to that. I know I looked at my watch. I knew I had to run a sub 80 in order to get something that was respectable, which I think I did in the last lap. Still trying to pull Robert in. I think he knew I was coming though, because he was really kicking in the last 150 or 200, and I was trying, and it just felt like I had nothing left. You could, if you listen to the video, you can hear me breathing from almost the whole home stretch away. Came in at 5:17 high. Not terribly disappointed with that, but man, you forget how painful a 1 mile race or time trial can be. Cooch did great. He did a 4:50. Robert did great. 5:14, somewhere in there. And I think David was close to where he wanted to be. And Chad, I didn't know if he had any expectations, but he came out and did the time trial. And Derek was out there to pace David. Mitch was out there to cheer and I guess, run the last few hundred yards with Robert. Fun times. I'm glad it's over though. Of course, I guess I should talk about the shoes too. I wore the Dragonflies, which again, I've worn for a handful of times. There are not a lot of miles on them just because you don't wear them for a lot of miles. But Cooch and I were talking about them on the cool down actually, and it's they don't feel like a spike. I mean, they feel like a spike, but with the PIBA cushioning in there, they feel more like a racing flat that can give you a little bit of dig. He did a 5,000 meter time trial in them last weekend and said they felt great for the duration. They don't feel like old school spikes where they just hurt to run in at all. You could do up to 10,000 meters on the track, and I mean, I guess that's what they're designed for. They have the world record at that distance. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna buy only one racing spike and you don't do sprints, then they're the ones to get. Again, I haven't tried the new Saucony ones, but I know at Ultimate Runner last year, a lot of people had the Dragonflies, and us included, and they're probably going to be on the feet of a lot of the faster people when we go back this year. So thumbs up on the spikes as far as racing spikes go, the Nike Dragonfly. Thanks for watching all the way to the end.